Now, as part of any design, there can be changes, and one of those significant changes, particularly when you use the Subgrade Model Manager, is that your template may include additional layers of subgrade after you've created the model. It may also be the case that you're removing certain layers of subgrade after you've created the model. Now, we've already seen here that by left clicking on part of the section or break line within the particular layer, we can choose to omit the top and the bottom of particular parts of the layer of subgrade. Now, there can be a case where we have additional layers being added in, and the way that this is managed is as follows. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a new layer of subgrade into this particular template on the left side only, below the layer that's already created. So we're going to just move the Subgrade Manager over to one side and go and find the template which is being applied. And using the new right click, we can right click over the section we want to edit, left click edit section, and in here we're going to add about 1 meter of infill underneath. And we're going to just apply it on the left side only, so we're not going to check apply to both sides, and apply and exit. Now we've got this additional layer, we're going to click OK. Now, simply clicking at this point refresh, once we've made this form a little bit bigger, will not apply the subgrade into your design, because as far as the software is concerned, the style that we used at the start was applied, and now we're in a hybrid mode where we can go in and override everything. So if we just have a quick look underneath, you'll see that we don't have that extra layer. If you add extra layers, this could be to the edge of your design, maybe you've added some subgrade out to the left or to the right, or layers internally within your design, you can go to the Tools button and click on Compute Section Style. You'll just say yes. This basically looks for any new information that's been added to your template or to your model, and will look to model it. Now, immediately it looks almost like it's managed to do exactly what we want. However, there seems to have been an issue where we've got the original layer still being applied. Now, because we're in this hybrid mode where we let you go through and manage your design, we need to go in and remove this particular layer. So I'm going to go in and left click on the layer which we now want to omit, which was layer 3, and we actually want to get rid of the bottom of it. So I'm going to left click on Omit Bottom, apply over range, and put in the entirety of the string length by typing in 1000 and clicking Apply. So the software is now using the very bottom of the subgrade. Now, if that wasn't the case, you can choose the Reset All Bottom Datum, which will look for the very bottom datum of all your strings and apply them. But we would still manually need to remove that third layer which was being applied. Now, if you decide, well, actually, I don't want that layer anymore, I want to reinstate the original third layer, the way that we go about this is, first of all, just go into the template and remove that layer from the design by right-clicking, edit section, and we're simply going to just blank that value and apply and exit and click OK. In the Subgrade Model Manager, what we can now do is click on Compute Section Style now that we've made a significant change to the design. Say yes, and that will now reinstate the original third layer where it needs to be applied. If for whatever reason you can't see it, that's very simple to get it back. What we can do is go to the Home tab, click on Omitted Break Lines, which we can see there is our section which hasn't been properly reinstated. Left click on the bottom of it on one of those grey dash lines. Where it says Omit Bottom, we're going to uncheck that and apply over range. You can see how easy this is. Very simple, just to quickly cherry pick the bits that you want to see and don't want to see. Click Apply. Now we're going to get that applied all the way through, really putting the design back to how it was. So this really summarizes how Compute Section Style is applied when we add new layers of subgrade into the string or into the model. Reset All is a way of being able to reset the subgrade surface to the very bottom, and if for whatever reason you still need to make tweaks, we can very quickly go in, choose the omitted break lines and cherry pick the bits that we want to see.